If you've been struggling with logic games, then you need to watch this video. So just to kind of give you some context, I started out barely being able to complete a single game in the 35 minutes allotted to me within a section. But eventually I was able to bring it up to the point where I was able to get through all of the games with 100% accuracy, a lot of times with 5 to 8 minutes to spare in the section. And the way I did this was by repeating a single game over and over again. A lot of times people feel like they need to see every single logic game out there to improve. That's simply just not true. Although each game might look different initially when you're first kind of starting out, it's important to understand the same deductions, the same inferences, the same rules are recycled over and over again on every single logic game. So the important thing then is that you're able to recognize these inferences and be able to apply them to every single game that you encounter. And the best way to do that is by memorizing, by repeating the same game over and over again until you're able to just immediately recognize those inferences in future games. It might seem impossible at first. You might feel like you would have never been able to see a particular inference in a million years, but that's exactly why the repetition comes into play. And the important thing to recognize here is it's not about just repeating just for the sake of repeating. You're not just doing it in your own way over and over again. You have to be reading the explanations or viewing the explanations, whatever you're doing. And you need to make sure that every single time you repeat the game, that you're repeating it in exactly the same way that the explanations had been provided to you, okay? Otherwise, you're just going to repeat the same mistakes over and over again. So the goal here is we're trying to replace our bad habits with good ones. And just like how if you're trying to change the way that you walk, you would need to do it over and over again. When you're practicing the LSAT Logic Games, you need to be doing it over and over again in the right way. Hope this helps.